Metallica early on.
Okay.
Because when I was playing in bands too, I mean, you go and you learn all the songs on, Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, all the whole back catalog.
Yeah,
Black Album.
Yeah, One, that was a great song.
If you're a little headbanger, you got to go back. And Megadeth as well. We were Mustaine fans as well.
Was your genre like heavy metal?
We loved heavy metal. I grew up with everything. And then I think maybe like mid-90s started getting into bands like Offspring.
Okay.
Green Day.
Uh-huh. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Weezer.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked a lot about Weezer in previous episodes.
I'm not a big fan of Weezer.
I saw Weezer play. My friend JW hooked me up with a ticket, and they were awesome.
Yeah.
It was Weezer and the Pixies.
Oh, that would have been a great show.
Pixies opened for him, and then Weezer played. So I met Jewel before she was famous. And down in Ocean Beach.
The yodeler chick.
Yeah, 90s.
These hands, they are my
bad stuff.
Jewel.
But I met her when she was somewhat nice, and she was living in a van in Ocean Beach.
What was her big?
Save Your Soul.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's the.
Who will save your soul?
Now you should have like triple X rating, like just to save people's ears. But yeah,
We do this all the time.
but not like her van smelled horrible. That's the best thing I can tell you. Ocean Beach was kind of a mecca for like band members, people up and coming and well-known people in San Diego. And OB is what I, just grew up,
Not
going
like
down.
Jewel, who smelled like B.O.
No, B.O.
Right.
Yeah, B.O. and OB, yeah.
By the way, write that down, Adri. There's
BYOB.
That's a shirt.
The quote of the episode
and OB.
is Thomas saying, Jewel, her van smelled like B.O.
That's exactly what the shirt should say. That's all
I'm going to
say about her. But no, I actually met Scott Weiland down there too as well.
Oh man,
90s.
I had Stone Temple Pilots, so I was going to go there.
STP?
Yeah, STP.
Further on the list,
you can't grow up in San Diego and not talk about STP.
God, you got a favorite STP song or album?
Oh man, I love all of
That's
them.
hard.
That would be a great album.
I like Vaseline. I like
we're gonna do
Vaseline.
that.
I like the song Vaseline. I really think that's
a great
just
song.
a neat song.
That sounds like California to me. And like if there's a rock song that's been out in the last maybe 15, 20 years.
Yeah, I met him.
Vaseline would be it.
I met Scott like when I was 15. He was just sitting down at a bar, and while I was walking by, and I kind of like they were just starting to get.
Was he sitting down at the bar, or was he like doing like the?
No, he was drinking.
See me, but like I'm doing like the
this
how
was,
Axl Rose is on stage with a snake
Jason's like wiggling back and forth.
Yeah, unfortunately, this was before the heroin stuff. He
that was
just drinking.
Weiland heroin
sad.
use.
Yeah, sad because that guy had so much talent. I mean,
Very
he really
talented.
should still be alive. Scott was a good guy though. He had a good heart, and when I met him, he was just on the cusp of like them breaking through, like getting really heavy MTV play, and getting known, and like they were a San Diego based band. I have memories and fond memories of meeting them.
That's so cool though, that rubbing shoulders with Scott Weiland back in the day.
Yeah, Jewel. I mean, a little stinky, but whatever.
Yeah.
You put like Jewel and Scott Weiland together.
Like to me, the memories that I have best.
What would that van smell like?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a whole other
Wait,
smell.
are you talking now, like currently?
No.
See, now going after midnight.
Ariana Grande keeps putting out these perfumes. I
just
read
read
recently.
I did too.
She's like putting out her 6th one. It's going to be in Ulta beauty stores. It's called REM. So I joked in a recent radio show. I joked. I said, "Well, I hope it doesn't smell like the lead singer of REM, Michael Stipe."
I hope it does. God. That'd be great.
Bottle that up.
You're losing more than your religion.
I think she should do like Taco Bell stuff because doesn't her name sound like a Taco Bell? Yeah, like Taco Bell scented, like chalupa.
I think we're talking about Dua Lipa. Every time I say her, I think of chalupa, and then I'm hungry.
That she's a Taco Bell menu item.
Yeah, I love her though. Her music's amazing.
Kind of like a dance vibe to it.
Yeah, you can cry and dance at the same time.
Absolutely.
It totally works.
I have a good transition from that. So talking about crybabies and crying and like emotional stuff.
Yeah.
Blink 182. I have a personal story if you'd like to hear it. I can tell
About
you.
them all crying together?
They were mostly all crying.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I was playing in Death by Citrus. Yeah.
What a great
I love that name.
All the best band names come out of California.
I love
it.
Yeah. But we were doing I'd book shows at this VFW in Alpine, California, which is like San Diego County. Mm-hmm. And so our first Alpine show, I call it Alpine. Our first Alpine show featured like maybe 7 or 8 bands, mostly friends. And like we got maybe like 100+ people to show up. The second Alpine show, when we started to get bands together, Blink 182.
Yeah. That was again one of those bands that Adri was asking me about.
Yeah.
Through my
did you like them,
youth.
Jason?
Did you like them as a band? Did you listen?
The scheme? They're not punk rock.
But
I'm just going to go out and say
at the time, they were kind of instrumental in ushering in the success of like a band's Warped Tour. Probably wouldn't have happened.
Skateboarding, whole vibe scene, and they were instrumental in putting that together.
I think if the amoeba wouldn't have been created. We're going to really get into this now, real quick, if you don't mind. Just so I don't forget this one. So like Blink-182, Tom DeLonge approached me, and this is before this is like probably around, I think they just come out with like Dude Ranch, like their second album. I had a friend, so like he was a big fan of them. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna get." I call him Stink 182, and this is after
throwing shade again.
I have to throw shade because Tom and Mark, all they did, and the drummer at the time, not Travis Barker, he wasn't part of the band.
Yeah, they had a different drummer before.
Yeah, it wasn't him, but it was like this chubby
TB.
dude. So anyhow, like they showed up. Can you guys stick around and play towards the end? You know what their excuse was why they wanted to play like in the middle? Oh, there's a big, huge kegger up in Poway, and we want to go up there. I'm like, are you guys playing up there? Oh, I just want to go and party. Yeah, come on, man. Let us play in the middle. I was like, no, if you don't play when I ask you to play, you're not going to play.
Right.
So that was my my big FU to Blink-182.
You know what I would have done in this situation? I would have stopped and be like, guys, what's your age again?
Oh!
They didn't have that song yet, I don't even think that song came out yet. They just looked very like bro and jockish, and like
they came off really jockey to you.
Very jockey, and I had heard
jockey and cocky,
and I had heard other stories too from friends of mine that went to Poway High that they threw rocks at them, pushed them in trash cans.
Wow.
They were not Mark, because he wasn't from there, but Tom.
Well, I'm sorry they were assholes about the
mostly
whole thing.
Tom. I don't know how they are now. Like you said, people mature, and
right.
And
but it was groups like Adri was asking me about. It was groups like them, like through the mid '90s, where a lot of that punk rock sound or pop punk.
Yeah, sure.
If you want to categorize it as that. Now I sound like my grandpa.
Back in those
days, we used to walk uphill in 5 feet of snow to go see MXPX.
Yeah, and back uphill. Did you ever see MXPX?
No, but they are one of my favorite groups.
Oh, my buddy actually went on tour with them.
Yeah?
Yeah, my buddy Anthony. Yeah, his bands, they played with MXPX.
But it was groups like
bands
that.
Tour, Warped Tour, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Blink, MXPX,
That's what
Newfound
you liked.
Glory.
Sure.
So yeah, there were a lot of The Offspring.
Oh, let's not forget a band I did forget, Bad Religion. So L.A., like early 1980.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Yeah,
so it was groups like that I started getting into, like what you could classify as that pop punk sound, like where it was on radio everywhere in the 90s. Mm-hmm. You just automatically thought we're from Southern California. They might have been from like Boise, Idaho. You know?
But that sound was very unique.
Right.
Yeah. I would mention too, like a band that actually still plays to this day, Descendants. They were an old punk rock band.
Right.
That still plays.
Dead Kennedys, I was a big fan of.
Yeah, Dead Kennedys, Bay Area. Yeah.
I feel like this is a good place, guys, for an intermission. There's still so many amazing bands from the state of California to cover. But I say, like, let's take a breath here and then do like a part 2 and release it next week. Give us your feedback so far at UTI Music Pod on Twitter and at Under the Influence Music Pod on Facebook and Twitter.